What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Again, another fun-filled adventure here, but we're in for a treat. We are not in the US no more. We are actually in Manchester, United Kingdom. We're going to be flying the ToLiss again. Surprise, I know. A319, the British Airways livery, from Manchester to London City. Decided to do something different instead of keep on flying around the US. Do something I've never done before. This is a flight I've never tried, never attempted first time, so there's going to be a lot of mistakes, probably, and a lot of bloopers, but you know what? We're here to learn, right? Alright, so we're back in the flight deck. We're going to go ahead and turn on our beacon lights so ground crew knows we're ready to go. Turn these off. Forgot to turn these off. Yeah. We're going to go to our doors page to see when all the doors are shut. So it'll be aft, forward, and then forward cargo bin. So the back is shut. L1 door is shut, and then just the cargo. So we have our flight plan all ready to go. We're planning on the ILS 27 at London City. We're taking off here on runway, I believe, 23. If I'm not mistaken, 23 left. So just waiting for that cargo door to be closed. Should be closed any second now. And there it is. Awesome. So doors are shut. Everything's ready to go. Jet broach is pulled. Release parking brake, and we'll begin our pushback. Let's go ahead and start the engine. So we go to ignition. Engine number 2. Alright, engine 2 is good, so let's go to engine number 1. Alright, engine number 1 is good, so we go back to normal. We'll turn on our gens. Generators right here. Gen 1, Gen 2. Kill the APU. Alright, and let's test our flight controls. So left, neutral, right, neutral, back pressure, neutral, forward pressure, neutral, right rudder, looking good, and left rudder. Perfect. Flight controls are free and correct. Cool. I'll go ahead and turn on our nav, wings, taxi lights, and release parking brake. Flaps are set to 1. Go to our engines page. And let's taxi over to 23 left. Alright, so let's begin our pre-takeoff checklist. Auto brakes, max. Our cabin crew checked. So let's go to forward. Cabin is ready. Cool. Then we're going to have our speed brakes armed. And and we are good to go. Coming up on the runway. So we turn on our landing lights. Everything's on. And we're just gonna line up with the runway. Alright, let's rock and roll. Descent and flight 77. 72. Forward pressure on that nose. knots. 100 knots, relieve that forward pressure. V1 and rotate. Positive climb, gear up. Go down to climb. Pitch that nose over just a little bit. Still hand flying here. Flaps up. Alright, passing to 10,000 feet. I'm not sure if the European, I guess, flight rules are the same as here in America, but you know what? We'll stick to what we know. So we can turn off our landing lights. Come on. Taxi lights, and nope, you want to keep those on. And we're looking good. The standard on here. We're going to go up to flight level 330. And disarm spoilers, and everything else looks good from here. Passing 12.6, and then I'll turn off the seatbelt sign around once we get into the flight level 20s and all that kind of stuff. So looking pretty good so far. Clear day in Europe. Beautiful, beautiful. Usually it rains 24/7, so I'm kind of happy today's a beautiful day where we can try this out. I'm not too sure if I mentioned this in other videos, but I am using the Thrustmaster new Airbus side stick, and they're not paying me to say this, but it's pretty freaking cool. It's everything you want as an aviation nerd like myself, to have something along the lines of feeling like you have an actual Airbus side stick in your hand. Now, I know there's been talks about it's the same thing as Thrustmaster's other product that they put out. It is very identical, but you know, you're getting that feel of an Airbus side stick with all the buttons, controls, the looks even. So if you have not got your hands on one of these, I highly recommend you do it. It's pretty affordable. I know it is so hard nowadays to get a good Airbus flight simulator product, and it's incredibly hard. It's not that expensive, it's pretty affordable. So if you do not have your hands on this, I highly recommend you get it done, especially for all your Airbus boys. Also, they're coming out with the throttle quadrants for the Airbus, and they look identical again to the actual quadrants at the in the actual plane, with the starters, the actual the throttles here. So all this is going to come included, like this little area right here without the trim, and I can't wait. I know they're coming out with the attachments for it, like the speed brakes and the flaps and all that. I'm really excited for when that actually comes out, just so you can have that feel of you're flying an actual Airbus in your sim. So again, if you don't get your hands on this, you're going to be missing out, I promise you that. So we're going to begin our descent down to flight level 200. So far, pretty uneventful flight. Been having a tailwind, then been having a crosswind, tailwind, headwinds, all around and everything, but coming up pretty good. So the winds in London City are 150. So it's going to be a crosswind no matter what runway you take, 19er or 27. I'd just stick with 27 maybe. Yeah, we'll just stick with 27 because it's gonna be variable either runway. And then the QNH is 1016. So once we get past flight level 180, we'll put that in. Chugging along here. We should see it, the airport, soon. Is that it? Maybe? No. That's it right there. That's the airport. Almost there. Basically, I guess we're gonna follow that river right here. Kind of like LaGuardia. No, I'm sorry. DCA. Let's put the speed brakes down a little bit. Do 210 on the speed. passing through 6,000. Let's go flaps 1. Alright, flaps 1 indicated. Now we'll say once we get to Lavano, we'll drop the gear, flaps 3, and then flaps 4. So that'll put us on about a 5-mile final or so. Alright, let's arm the spoilers. Come on, there you go. On the spoilers, I have the flap. Really? We just did that. Stay. Cool. And I went back down. The cabin crew now. Alright. Gear down, flaps 3. Speed to 150. Or 140. And I got visual of the runway, so auto throttle's coming off. Auto throttle's coming off. And autopilot's coming off. And let's go full flaps. Full flaps. Full flaps. There we go. And we have everything on. Get rid of this. And let's try to arm the speed brakes one more time. If not, whatever. I have about a quarter tailwind of 8 knots so far. See how our speed looks in a little. Run final. Let's go ahead and set our brakes to medium.
Wide slope.
Alright, we're fixing, correcting.
Glide
A
slope.
little bit to the right. Turn that off. Again, if it doesn't look good, we're going to go around.
$500. $400. $300.
Landing.
$200. $100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 10, 5.
Not enough for my go around. Flaps to 2. nose over. Yeah, that was not enough runway. Then what we're gonna do, I'm gonna come back around, try for 09, because that quarter tailwind made us have so much speed. And I got the runway in sight. Flaps 3. And flaps full. Alright, so now we get that little bit of a quarter headwind. So this should be a lot better. Check with the cabin crew one more time. This should still be sitting down. And arm the brakes. That nose over a little bit. Because I do not trust the pappies.
Glide slope.
I'm not trusting the glide slope. Back on center line.
$500. $400.
Looking a lot better.
300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
Braking. Again, you can see what the thrusts are doing. Pull that. All right, cool. Well, we made it. Welcome to London City. Looked a lot better that time around. Just gonna make that come around, make that U-turn. Again, as you saw, as I was trying to put the engines in reverse, the Logitech throttle quadrants, and I've only had them for like 2 months, if that. They're just messing with me. So I don't know what I can do here. I just maybe have to suck it up until September, when Thrustmaster comes out with that new Airbus one. go ahead and turn off our strobes, lane lights, turn on our taxi lights. And APU is available, sweet. And I think we can park it right here. Somewhat decent. And let's go ahead and stop it here. Park brakes, engines. Kill the engines. And we can turn off the beacon light, turn off the taxi lights. Nav lights can come off, and seatbelt signs. Alright guys, well, fun one, different, but we'll see you in the next one.